This is Batman. You're watching Kyle Reviewed.
Hey guys, just finished watching Arrow, Season 8, Episode 3, Leap of Faith. This episode was directed by Katie Cassidy. Oh my god, what an episode. So far I haven't been caring about these, the flash forward throughout this season at all. Even the flash forward to last seasons were kind of just like, okay. But this episode, oh my god, the flash forwards were really, really good. I wasn't really too much dive deep in it because, like I said, I haven't been following and all that stuff, and I haven't really been kind of ignoring it a little bit, and it's just been too complicated to fight, to figure out and all that stuff. It just kind of wasn't really interested. But this episode's, when we have, and even the acting between Catherine McNamara, who plays Mia Smoke, I find her acting too sometimes in these episodes had been kind of very kind of stilted, and I just didn't believe it, especially when she's all like serious and she has that serious face on. It just seems a bit kind of overacted and stuff. But this episode, when she had to do a bit more, less serious face and less channeling her Oliver Queen and all that stuff, and she had to actually cry and have emotion and all that stuff, that's where it really was like, oh my god, they really got this. They nailed this for this actress. That's why I'm interested to see as to how things go when we spin her off into the Green Arrow and the Canaries show. I think that's really going to be quite interesting, and especially with the things going on for a spin-off show, with things going on for John Diggle. Now, we got some confirmation, we got an announcement yesterday that the HBO Max is doing a Green Lantern Corps show on there with a budget of $100 million. So I think that could be really cool, and I would love to see them spin off John Diggle from here, having him become Green Lantern and then putting him on that show. Now, I doubt that they would even do that, but here's how I would think that they might be able to do it, just by having him, Lila gets revealed as the Harbinger in the Crisis. It destroys him. She dies. He's distraught after realizing all that. She dies on the crossover, as Harbinger does in the comics and stuff. And then you have him completely distraught. Oliver dies, and he gets this new ring. And he just gets. We end his last scene is just John Diggle getting this ring and becoming the Green Lantern. And we see him take off. Boom, that's it. And all we need to do again is pick up with him, dealing with everything, maybe coming back from Kandahar and all that stuff. Pick up on the other show with just him getting the ring and getting sucked off to Oa, right? I think that would be really cool. Would I hold my breath that they're going to do this and spin Green Lantern out of the show? No. It is Greg Berlanti, so there is that possibility there. Now, if they ever set him up as a Green Lantern here, and then later on adding him into that show, I think that could be really cool, especially if we have, a different Jessica Cruz or something like that being the main character over on that Green Lantern show. Heck, we could just see, it could be, there could not necessarily be a main character. It could just be, all kinds of different people, right? They might bring back Ryan Reynolds. Probably not. Probably less likely than having David Ramsey go over. But it would be quite interesting to see as to where things go. But ending this episode and having this kind of thing being all about going back to the League of Assassins and all that stuff. I love the way things ended between Oliver and his sister. That was really cool, seeing that relationship throughout this episode. It was kind of weird that Oliver was kind of crying that he's seeing his sister for the last time, and yet Thea wasn't crying. I found that a bit weird. I like the way things are kind of leaving her story kind of open, but not necessarily hopefully she returns for the actual Crisis. It would be really cool to see her bringing her League of Heroes to help in the Crisis. I think that would be really cool to see all that stuff. Why would they not do that? But at least leaving her character open to appearing later on in the Green Arrow and Canaries or anything like that a few seasons later, right? I think that could be really cool. Maybe even season 3 of that show, you could get something like that, and that would be really cool, fun to play with. So I definitely can't wait to see as to where things go. The ending of this episode of having the future characters in the current timeline, just, oh my god, I did not see that coming. We knew that it was going to happen at some point, but because I know there's been set photos and stuff of them during Crisis or something, but then happening so early, wow, that was really good secret that they kept. in raps and stuff, and that was really cool. Definitely can't wait to see as to where things go and how things are going to continue on, and having its whole, maybe this rest of this season until Oliver dies, like 5 episodes. 5 episodes, we have 8 episodes, 7 episodes left after this. 7 episodes of Oliver and his daughter hanging out. That would be really, really, really cool. I definitely can't wait to see as to where things kind of go with that, and having that relationship build up throughout this whole time, instead of just having her appear in the crisis, which would have been cool, but at the same time, just her appearing in the crisis would have just been like, hi, let's just gotta fight this, and they got no time to actually build a relationship, and now they have time to build a relationship before he dies, and that's really good. It's going to be so cool to see this kind of father-daughter relationship get built up throughout this whole rest of this season. So that's something I can't wait to see as to where things go. I'm really excited to see how things go, and they obviously they have. It looks like we have Juliana Harkavy playing Dinah Drake, at the end of this episode, and we also have Renee back, so that'll be really cool to see as if they'll be a part of it, to see as to who will be set up as part of the spin-off show. I think that could be really cool. I mean, obviously the assumed one being Arrow and the Canaries being Mia Smoke, Laura Lance, and Dinah Drake. I think that was really cool. Didn't really expect them to kill off Zoe Ramirez. That's going to be quite interesting to seeing as to how things kind of go with that for Renee. How is he going to take that emotion? I think that'll be quite fun to play with. Also, I found it started to think about it recently that it didn't really kind of make sense having Renee. She was played by his daughter in this is white, yet in the future she's black. I don't understand the difference between that, but whatever. I guess they can do whatever they want with time travel and all that stuff in Crisis, so we'll have to wait and see as to where things kind of go. But I'm excited to see as to how things go with this relationship between Oliver and his daughter and both of his kids, Mia and William, and maybe even seeing William meet William, seeing 2 versions of William. I mean, Mia could see herself, but she would just be a baby. But William could actually meet William. That could be something interesting at one point, especially if he sticks around for the later show. I don't see that happening, seeing young William here in this show, but I could see young William appearing at some point in the Green Arrow and Canary spinoff. That could be something, seeing old William meet young William. That could be, what would that do with a timeline, That would be quite interesting to see. So let me know what you think, guys, about this episode in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Hi, this is Kevin Conroy, talking to you from the library of Wayne Manor. You may know me as Batman. I just want you to know that you're watching Kyle Reviewed. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.